These are 12 country songs only those who grew up in the 50s will remember and never forget. And track number 6 is one only the real country fans remember. Number 12, Waterloo by Stonewall Jackson. At number 12, we've got a foot-stomping history lesson wrapped in country twang. Released in 1959 under Columbia Records, Waterloo soared to number 1 on the country charts and even crossed over to the Pop Top 10. Written by John D. Loudermilk and Mary John Wilkin, it cleverly compared infamous historical defeats with personal heartbreak. But this wasn't just a quirky tune. Many in Nashville feared the unusual lyrics might confuse country audiences. Stonewall's earnest delivery, though, gave it both charm and weight. Picture a summer drive down a 2-lane blacktop. The song crackles through a dashboard radio as kids bounce in the back seat. It's catchy, clever, and oddly haunting.
But he lost his tooth, now he's swaying. Where the little
Waterloo established Stonewall Jackson as more than a novelty. It showed that country music could be witty, intelligent, and radio-friendly all at once. From clever storytelling, we shift to a slow dance filled with heartbreak. Number 11, There Stands the Glass by Webb Pierce.
There stands the glass.
Few songs sound more like a neon-lit honky-tonk than this 1953 classic. There Stands the Glass spent 12 weeks at number 1 and became Webb Pierce's signature hit. Released under Decca, the track was part lament, part coping mechanism. It quickly became an anthem for anyone nursing a broken heart, one sip at a time.
That will drown all my tears. Brother, I'm
But here's the twist. The song was nearly shelved for being too depressing during post-war optimism. Webb insisted on recording it, and the rest is barroom history. Imagine walking into a smoky roadside lounge on a rainy Thursday. The jukebox hums this track while a couple slow dances like no one's watching. You didn't just hear this song, you felt it.
There stands the glass. Fill it up.
It opened the floodgates for the drinking to forget theme in country music. Even today, it still hits like a shot of bourbon at closing time. And speaking of heartbreak, let's head into Small Town Scandal. Number 10, Loose Talk by Carl Smith.
Darling, it's not true because I still love you and I do.
This 1954 hit had folks talking and toes tapping in equal measure. Carl Smith's Loose Talk topped the Billboard country chart and stayed there for weeks. With its classic shuffle beat and biting lyrics, it tackled the dangers of small-town gossip, a theme every listener could relate to.
So long we've been married, life's burden we've carried though.
What many don't know is that the song's original version was slow and somber. Carl pushed for a peppier tempo, making it more radio-friendly while keeping the sting intact. It was the soundtrack of neighborly drama. Imagine it playing in a corner kitchen while your mom shelled peas and whispered with the neighbor about who did what after church.
We may have to leave it fine.
Smith's hit warned against idle tongues long before the age of social media. He did it with wit, charm, and a little fire. We leave whispered rumors behind for a quiet reflection on true wealth. Number 9, A Satisfied Mind by Porter Wagner.
And my time has run out, my friends.
Coming in at number 9 is a song that gave Porter Wagner his first chart topper and gave working folks a sense of peace. Released in 1955, A Satisfied Mind felt like a front porch sermon. RCA Victor gave the song a major push, and its honest message resonated deeply during a time of rising prosperity.
Times have you heard someone?
Here's a lesser-known detail. Porter nearly passed on the song. It took a little persuasion from his producer to bring him into the studio, and thank goodness he did. You could hear this tune on a Sunday afternoon, drifting from an open window while the smell of biscuits filled the air. It reminded folks that happiness wasn't measured in dollars.
I could do things my way, but
A Satisfied Mind became a working-class anthem. It helped shape the moral backbone of country music for years to come. Let's turn now to a heart that waited too long for a kiss. Number 8, Always Late with Your Kisses by Lefty Frizzell.
Always late with your...
At number 8, we slow things down with a voice smoother than Tennessee whiskey. Lefty Frizzell's 1951 hit, Always Late with Your Kisses, was a chart monster. Released by Columbia, it held the #1 spot for 12 weeks and helped define the emotional sound of early 1950s country music. And here's the twist. Lefty recorded it while battling a fever. The rawness in his voice only added to the aching beauty of the track. Imagine a dusty gas station at dusk, the radio humming as someone sat in their truck, waiting for a kiss that never came.
Always late.
Frizzell's vocal phrasing changed the way country music was sung. His style left an unmistakable mark on legends like Merle Haggard and George Strait. From romance that never arrived, we step into a haunting tale of silence and sorrow. Number 7, Long Black Veil by Lefty Frizzell.
I knew his death was near.
This ghost story has chilled spines since 1959. Long Black Veil tells the tragic tale of a man who dies protecting a secret, and the woman who mourns him quietly. Though it didn't hit #1, it became a beloved classic, passed down through generations.
At the scene, but they all agreed.
Here's something few fans know. Lefty recorded it in just 2 takes. He insisted on a sparse arrangement so the story could take center stage. You'd hear this one late at night on a static-filled AM station, with a DJ whispering through the darkness as the wind howled outside your window.
There was someone killed 'neath the town.
Its Gothic storytelling laid the groundwork for dramatic, cinematic country ballads. Each line felt like a page torn from an old book of sorrow. From shadows and mystery, we step into a vow of devotion. Number 6, I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash.
I walk the line because you're mine. I walk.
Simple, honest, and unshakably strong. Released in 1956 on Sun Records, I Walk the Line gave Johnny Cash his first #1 hit and introduced the world to his moral compass in musical form. Its unique chord progression came from a happy accident involving wax paper and guitar strings.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
But it wasn't just a love song. It was a pledge. Picture a soldier stationed far from home, playing this record and thinking of the girl waiting back home. The music became a promise to stay true. While rock and roll was exploding, Johnny stood firm with country soul, dressed in black and ready to lead. If these classics are bringing back memories, hit that like button and subscribe.
As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep.
We post new country countdowns every week, keeping the golden years of music alive for fans like you. Now we turn to a rebellious tale that had everyone laughing and thinking at the same time. Number 5. A Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash.
I do. Well, I got all choked up and I threw down the gun. I called him.
This one packed a punch and a punchline. Recorded live at San Quentin Prison in 1969, A Boy Named Sue quickly became one of Cash's most memorable hits.
Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that my daddy ever did.
Though released in a different decade, its spirit belongs to the gritty roots of 1950s country. Fun trivia for you. It was written by Shel Silverstein, the poet famous for children's books. Who would have thought? The prison crowd went wild. The delivery was raw and rhythmic, unlike anything country fans had heard before. Picture hearing it in a local barbershop, the whole room laughing and nodding in agreement.
I said, my name is Sue. How do you do?
Its humor, toughness, and truth made it unforgettable. This wasn't just a novelty song, it was a declaration. We shift now from rebellion to quiet heartbreak. Number 4. Making Believe by Kitty Wells.
But I'll always dream.
Kitty Wells didn't just make hits, she made history. Making Believe was released in 1955 and spent 15 weeks at number 2 on the country charts. It might have hit the top if not for Webb Pierce's Stronghold that year. Behind the music was quiet strength. DJs were flooded with requests, especially from women who finally heard their own heartbreak reflected back. Picture a lonely kitchen, the radio playing softly while someone did the dishes and fought back tears. This song didn't just speak to the pain. It gave it dignity. Kitty Wells inspired future generations of women in country. This track helped blaze the trail. Let's leave the sorrow behind and dive into a rowdy dance hall favorite. Number 3. Hey Joe by Carl Smith.
Hey, Joe.
Upbeat, bold, and brimming with sass. Hey Joe hit number 1 in 1953 and had everyone talking and two-stepping. Carl Smith delivered the message with just the right mix of charm and confrontation. Here's a fun tidbit. During the first take, the background singers accidentally harmonized a wrong note. Carl liked the odd flavor it added, and they kept it. Imagine a Saturday night dance hall, boots on the floor, skirts spinning, and the band lighting up the stage with this number. It was country's version of a rockabilly throwdown.
Let me dance with her to see if she is real. She's a honey.
Hey Joe brought attitude and fun to the genre, showing that country music could flirt, fight, and dance all in one go. We leave the stomping behind now for a song that defined heartache like no other. Number 2. I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry by Hank Williams.
The silence of a fall.
Some songs don't just touch the heart, they break it open. I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry was recorded in 1949, but it found its true home in the hearts of 1950s listeners. It didn't top the charts, but it carved itself into country soul.
He sounds too blue to fly.
Hank Williams was battling personal demons, and it shows in every trembling line. This was more than music, it was confession. Picture a quiet night under the stars, radio humming while someone lies awake, wondering where it all went wrong.
See a robin weep when leaves.
This song's influence stretches across genres. From Elvis to Dylan, everyone felt Hank's ghost in these words. Now we arrive at the number 1 song, the crown jewel of 1950s country. Number 1, Your Cheatin' Heart by Hank Williams.
And crave the love you threw.
No other song captured the spirit of the decade quite like this. Released posthumously in 1953, Your Cheatin' Heart became Hank Williams's most iconic track.
Cry and cry and try to sleep.
It shot to number 1 and cemented his legacy as the ultimate voice of country sorrow. The tragedy was that he never heard its success. Hank died just months before it hit the airwaves. It was on every jukebox, in every diner, and through every broken heart.
Will tell on you.
Picture a lone booth at a truck stop, cold coffee on the table, and this song pouring through the speakers. It wasn't just a song. It was country music's eternal anthem. If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it. 12 country songs only those who grew up in the 1950s truly remember. From Kitty's quiet heartbreak to Hank's legendary pain, these songs shaped the soul of American music. Thank you for spending time with us and keeping these memories alive. Next time, we'll explore another unforgettable era. Don't miss 12 country songs only those who grew up in the 1960s remember. Until then, stay kind, keep your radio close, and never stop humming the songs that made us who we are. The past doesn't fade, it just keeps playing.